Humanity had always dreamed of first contact, but when it finally happened, it wasn't as grand as expected. The aliens arrived with ships that glowed brighter than the sun. They were powerful and technologically far beyond anything Earth had seen. At first, they laughed. They laughed at humanity's simple weapons, at the defenses that Earth had built over centuries. To them, humans were a joke, just a primitive species struggling to survive. The aliens mocked everything about Earth, our cities, our technology, even the way we communicated. They spoke in a language humans could barely understand. But the tone was clear. They didn't fear us. They had come to observe, and to them, Earth was nothing more than a curiosity. However, not everyone was laughing. A group of scientists, watching the interaction closely, began to see something unexpected. While the aliens believed they had nothing to fear, they failed to notice a small group of humans reacting differently. They weren't scared or submissive. There was a spark in their eyes, something the aliens had underestimated. A quiet defiance was beginning to grow, something that might change everything. The aliens had no idea that their laughter might soon turn into something much more serious. The question was, what would happen when they realized the true strength of humanity? As the days passed, the aliens continued their observation, making it clear they had no real interest in negotiating with humanity. Their ships hovered above major cities, intimidating and mocking Earth's military forces. The humans, despite their fear, didn't back down. While the world trembled under the alien presence, one young soldier named Marcus stood out. He had always been overlooked, just another face in the military ranks. But now, with the fate of humanity on the line, he felt a burning desire to prove himself. As the aliens prepared to make their move, Marcus stumbled across something strange, an old classified project that had been abandoned decades ago. It was a weapon, unlike anything the aliens had ever seen, but its power had been underestimated and buried for years. Marcus knew it was their only hope. The weapon was designed to disrupt advanced technologies, like the ones the aliens used. With no time to waste, he contacted a small team of scientists and showed them what he had found. They were skeptical at first, but desperation pushed them to work together. As the tension between the aliens and humans grew, Marcus and the scientists scrambled to unlock the secrets of the weapon. They had one chance to stop the invasion, but the clock was ticking, and every moment felt like a lifetime. Would it work, or would the aliens laugh at them until it was too late? The tension was unbearable as Marcus and the team of scientists worked tirelessly, trying to understand how to activate the ancient weapon. It was unlike any technology they had ever encountered, an artifact from a forgotten time, hidden away by Earth's most brilliant minds. The weapon was designed to disrupt communication and technology on an immense scale, but no one truly understood how it worked. As they activated the device, a strange energy pulse shot out, causing a ripple in the air. For a moment, nothing happened. The scientists stared in disbelief, expecting failure. But then, the pulse began to travel outward, far beyond their expectations. It spread into the atmosphere, seeping into the alien ships overhead. The aliens, unaware of the threat until it was too late, suddenly found themselves in chaos. Their advanced technology flickered, their communication systems went silent, and their once flawless ships started malfunctioning. What had begun as an experiment turned into an unexpected victory. The humans had managed to disrupt the aliens' most crucial asset, their technology. But the victory came with a price. The shockwave had triggered something much bigger, something that even Marcus hadn't anticipated. The aliens realized they were no longer in control, and for the first time, they felt a true sense of fear. The tables had turned, but what would come next? The suspense was thick in the air, as the alien fleet began to retreat, realizing that humanity was no longer a primitive species to be laughed at. With the alien fleet retreating, humanity was left in stunned silence. The once mighty invaders had been shaken, their confidence shattered. But the retreat wasn't a victory yet. It was only a brief pause. Marcus and the scientists knew the aliens would come back stronger, angrier, and more determined. As Earth took a collective breath, the team of scientists continued to study the ancient weapon. They uncovered more details about its purpose, secrets hidden deep within its design that hinted at a greater power, one not just meant to disrupt alien technology, but to turn the tide of any war. But with this knowledge came a chilling realization. The weapon wasn't just for defense. It could be used to destroy entire fleets. It was a double-edged sword, and humanity had to decide how far they were willing to go. Meanwhile, the aliens, now fully aware that humans were more than just a primitive species, began to prepare for an all-out assault. Their ships, repaired and upgraded, started to move back toward Earth. The humans, still trying to understand the full potential of their new weapon, realized they didn't have much time. The weapon could be the key to survival, but only if they could unlock its full potential before the alien fleet returned. The countdown had begun, and every second felt like a race against time. Would they be able to prepare in time, or would the aliens return to finish what they had started? The suspense thickened with each passing moment. The day the aliens returned, Earth was ready. But readiness didn't mean certainty. The human forces, now united and armed with the knowledge from the ancient weapon, stood on the edge of a precipice. Marcus, having become a symbol of hope for the world, led the charge. The alien fleet was massive, its ships looming in the sky like dark giants. Earth's military forces gathered, ready to face the invaders head-on. The weapon, now fully activated, hummed with power, its secrets unlocked. Marcus and his team had found a way to amplify its effects, turning it into a beacon of destruction that could take down entire fleets in seconds. The final battle began in a rush of explosions, laser fire, and chaotic noise. The aliens, who had once laughed at humanity's strength, now realized they had made a grave mistake. Their ships began to malfunction, their systems failing one by one as the weapon pulsed across the battlefield. But the aliens weren't going down without a fight. Their retaliation was swift and brutal, targeting Earth's defenses and reducing cities to rubble. Marcus and his team fought their way through the chaos, trying to keep the weapon operational. The battle was fierce, and the cost was high. But with each pulse of the weapon, the aliens' grip weakened. Humanity was not going down without a fight, and for the first time, the aliens realized they were facing something they couldn't control. The tension reached a boiling point as the weapon's final pulse was unleashed, and the alien fleet, once invincible, began to crumble. Humanity had taken its stand, but at what cost? Would the aliens retreat once and for all, or would they come back with a vengeance? The future of Earth hung in the balance. As the dust settled, the alien fleet was no more. The once mighty invaders lay scattered across Earth's atmosphere, their ships in ruins, their weapons useless. The humans had won, but the victory was bittersweet. Marcus stood among the wreckage, his mind racing with thoughts of the battle that had just taken place. Earth was safe, for now, but the price of their survival had been high. Cities had been destroyed, millions had perished, and many more were left to rebuild from the ashes. The alien forces, stunned and broken, retreated to the far reaches of space. They would not forget the humans who had defied them. But the real question remained: what now? The weapon, which had turned the tide of the war, was now a symbol of both triumph and fear. It had unlocked something within humanity, a hidden potential that no one had known existed. But with that power came responsibility. Who would control it? And how would the world handle such a dangerous force? As the world began to rebuild, Marcus and the scientists knew that the aliens would not be the last threat Earth would face. They had seen just a glimpse of what lay beyond the stars, and there were far greater